Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at analyzing data. So my data was with the baseball team, and I'm going to be looking at a couple of different things from diagnosis to the global rating of function and change, and putting that into an easier thing for you to understand and looking at charts. So first off, I wanted to do the easiest part, obviously, and sort by diagnosis. So we use the COUNTIF function to start sorting through and seeing how many different types of diagnosis and counts we had for each injury. So right here at the bottom we have 6 for tendinopathy, 6 for rotator cuff strain, 3 for impingement, 4 for a GH instability, 3 for labral tear, and 3 for supraspinatus strain, which we moved down here to a pie chart that made it a lot more easier to read and a lot more aesthetically pleasing. So we can see in different colors tendinopathy, rotator cuff strain, impingement, GH instability, labral tear, and supraspinatus, and so on. And then from there we labeled each, just in case you didn't see the legend here, and you can see the percentages of each injury for the baseball team and the prevalency. Next, I decided to just sort anyway, from mild to moderate to severe on our injury severity. Excuse me. It wasn't until after that I noticed that while I had changed all of these from mild to moderate to severe in this column, they didn't actually change all across the data. So then I didn't really get to use it for anything else, but I decided, heck, let's just go ahead and do the COUNTIF function as well, and let's see how many we actually have of each severity. So I did the mild, we have 11, I have moderate 6, and severe 8. So I took the amount of injury severities, and I turned that into a nice little bar graph down here, so I can again quickly see, and that's pretty much the point of all my functions of my graphs, are that I can quickly see what we have of everything. So down here you'll notice that I have a bar graph of our mild injuries, our moderate injuries, and our severe injuries with the numbers up top, so you don't have to try to decipher with the lines. It makes it a lot more easier to see that we have the numbers up top. So again, 11, 6, and 8. I also decided to get a change in the global rating of function. So we took the day 0 numbers and the return to action or the return to play numbers, and we have our change numbers. So you'll have this column right down here that shows you the change from day 0 to return to play. With that, again, just to make it a lot easier and a lot quicker, I decided to do my third graph where you can see the global rating of function day 0 for each patient number 1 through 25, and the global rating of function return to action. This is really beneficial because, again, it provides us that quick outlook on everything that we're looking for without having to go back and look at everyone's data individually. The only thing that this doesn't take into account is what the patient's actual injury was. But again, if we were looking for something quickly and we're like, okay, you're patient 1, let's look at how much of a difference it was from day 0 to day return to play, then we can quickly see that in this chart. The next thing I decided to do was, for me, the easiest thing was to kind of look at everyone's average on our CKCUES clearing test, and this is the baseline score for every patient. So I took an average of all of these numbers and I got 24.28, and then we did the standard deviation, which is 3.9. The second average change that I would have liked to see is, again, looking at our global rating of function and the change in that. So what is the average in our change from day 0 to return to play? And our average change is going to be 39.88. Our standard deviation was really hard for me, but considering everyone has different injuries, everyone's out for a different amount of time, and the severity, our standard deviation for the change is going to be 29.6. So again, I think all of these charts, number 1, definitely are more aesthetically pleasing. Number 2, give the clinician a quick look at everything without having to go back and manually look at numbers and compare and contrast. And then I really liked having the averages, just allowed me to see what everyone was going through, how much of a change we have, and the standard deviation. So I think this was really cool and really beneficial to do before actually starting to look at our own research and learning the different functions of Excel, making this a lot easier before I actually have to start looking at my own numbers. So thanks for watching, guys. Next time.